This is the Unawarded Black Podcast with your host, Jay Watts. While you're watching the video, comment, like, and subscribe.
The couple who pointed guns at protesters outside their Central West End home have now been charged. Good evening, I'm Mike Bush.
And I'm Ann Allred. Mark and Patricia McCloskey have been defending themselves in the court of public opinion since last month's encounter. Now they'll have to defend themselves in criminal court. Tonight, the Missouri Attorney General is stepping in to help them. Jenna Barnes has the new developments.
Now I'm just flat out pissed off. I mean, this has gotten to be outrageous.
Mark McCloskey reacting on Fox News Monday night, hours after Circuit Attorney Kim Gardner charged both him and his wife Patricia with unlawful use of a weapon for pointing their guns at protesters outside their mansion last month.
And we're not going to apologize for doing what's right. We're not going to back down, and we're not going to move.
The felony charges carry a possible prison sentence of up to 4 years. But Gardner says she's open to the couple completing a diversion program through her office instead. That is, unless Missouri's Attorney General has his way. He announced he's trying to get the case dismissed.
Enough is enough. As Missouri's chief law enforcement officer, I simply will not stand by while Missouri law is being ignored.
He's referring to the Castle Doctrine, which in Missouri allows people to defend not only their homes, but their property. A St. Louis University constitutional and criminal law professor says the private street where the McCloskeys live is covered.
There was no right to protest on their street. The protesters were actually trespassing on private property.
He says the couple has a defense if the charges stick.
All they have to show is they had a reasonable fear of force.
The case has garnered national political attention. The McCloskeys appearing at a virtual Trump campaign event.
This is a continuation of that law and order idea that, folks have to protect themselves from lawlessness.
But political analyst Anita Mannion says that could help Gardner in her primary fight next month.
Saying she won't be bullied by President Trump, Governor Parson, Senator Hawley is not a bad thing when you're running in a Democratic primary.
Jenna Barnes, 5 on your side.
Missouri Governor Mike Parson also appeared on Fox tonight to talk about the case. He, too, called the charges outrageous in a tweet, and he has said previously he would pardon the couple.
So here's our couple, Mark and Patricia McCloskey. Like I said in the video, they have been charged, and the charges came from St. Louis Circuit Attorney Kimberly Gardner. As she said, it is illegal to wave weapons in a threatening manner at those participating in the nonviolent protests. And while we are fortunate this situation did not escalate into deadly force, this type of conduct is unacceptable in St. Louis. So, if you watch the video, you can see the people literally just walking down that street. The gate was open. They was walking down the street. They didn't bother nobody. These people decided to come outside, point their guns at them. Now, they just wonder if one of these protesters had a gun, felt threatened, and started shooting up there. He clearly had a semi-automatic weapon, so he was ready to kill. But as you can see, the governor of this state and the attorney general have both tried to come to their defense. The governor says he will pardon them if they're charged, and the attorney general said he's gonna work to get the case dismissed. Which the circuit attorney Kimberly Gardner said, no, I'm not gonna do that. Which is pretty much gonna set up a fight between the two of them. And we know the governor really don't care about, he cares about protecting this white couple right here. He doesn't, matter of fact, he doesn't really even care about people. He just wants to protect his constituents. And let's just even talk about how terrible of a governor this is. Yesterday, this idiot said that he wanted kids to go back to school. Yes, the governor of the state said, these are his exact words. These kids have to get back to school. they're at the lowest risk possible. And if they do get COVID-19, which they will, and they will when they go to school, they're not going to go to hospitals. They're not going to have to sit in doctor's offices. They're going to go home and they're going to get over it. That's right. The same idiot that just said that he going to let kids go back to school, they're going to get COVID, and they're just going to go home and get over it, going to dismiss charges against this couple. I don't know what's going on in St. Louis, but they got to fix this. They really, well, not St. Louis, but Missouri as a whole. They still haven't really done too much on Breonna Taylor case. It's still on the hold. But at least, at least they know they just can't go out and start waving their guns and not expect to get charged with a crime. Nobody walked on their property. Nobody walked up to their house. Nobody threatened them. They decided to pull guns out on their own volition, and they should be charged. And if this governor steps his little happy ass up in there, then they should get rid of him too. That has been my time for today. This is an Unawarded Black Podcast. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.